Bitcoin is in the middle of another rally, making its way on up to 28,000. The reason why Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market is rallying has to do with the nearly 190 banks out there that are at risk of going under, just like Silicon Valley Bank, just like Signature Bank. Yep. 190 of them, everyone. And we've got Credit Suisse news that I have to share with you. That is yet another bank that's having problems. See, we get to rip on traditional finance now. And Stellar Development Foundation, no longer silent. Yep, they came out with a big announcement yesterday. I'm going to share that with you. You know we got to talk about the heat map because I touted price action right off the bat. Bitcoin sitting at 27,398, up 2.6% last 24. ETH almost at 18, 1793. XRP, friend of the show, 37.8, 2.25%. XLM highlighted the video with a big announcement coming out from Stellar Development Foundation. 8.6 cents, up almost 2% last 24 hours. More than 186 banks well positioned for collapse, just like Silicon Valley Bank, and analysis reveals. Rising interest rates, which brought down the U.S. banking system asset market value by $2 trillion, combined with a large share of uninsured deposits at some U.S. banks, threatens bank stability. More than 186 U.S. banks are positioned for collapse. The perfect mix of losses, uninsured leverage, and extensive loan portfolio, among other factors. The other one is the bond gap. With the Fed raising rates so quickly, when banks stored their money, they were storing their money at bonds that earned 1%. But now with the Feds jacking up rates, yeah, it messes with the bond market too. Now people are getting those same bonds at 5%. So when these banks need to raise money and they want to sell their bonds at 1%, all these people out there going, we don't want to buy your 1% bonds, we're getting them for 5%. So now that 1% bond is worth pennies to the dollar. And that's what's causing all these bank problems right now. The bond market is messed up, and that has to do with Jerome Powell and the Fed. And we're going to see the bond market continue to mess up. We're going to see more pressure put on banks as the bond gap expands. If you don't know what I'm talking about in detail, if you don't fully understand the whole idea of the bond gap, I'm going to have that linked at the end of this so you know exactly what we're all talking about. And here's that report for me, because as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. This was written by 4 people: Erica Jiang, University of South California, Gregor Matvos, Thomas Prozorski, and Amit Seru. Yep, they came out with this. It is definitely worthwhile reading, a little bit on the longer side and a little nitty gritty, but definitely worth reading it. Now let's talk about Credit Suisse, the other ticking time bomb out there that's also trending on Twitter. Follow me in my Twitter. That is linked in the description down below. I break some of those stories faster there because it's just easier than making a video. UBS acquires Credit Suisse. Oh my gosh. The weekend market analysis highlighted the multinational investment bank UBS Group's acquisition of the falling investment banking company Credit Suisse. So we have now dodged another major bullet, adding to the reason why the markets are so green. Right now, the markets are betting on crypto as traditional finance starts flailing. Interestingly, Bloomberg, the television platform, shared a Twitter thread quoting, UBS works on a deal with Credit Suisse while crypto heads to the Supreme Court. Kind of funny, huh? Notably, the subsequent Credit Suisse's failure of emergency funding lifeline. The investors lost trust in the bank. According to people familiar with the matter, Swiss regulators sought to merge UBS, the Swiss banking giant, and Credit Suisse as a source of resolution. Wow, isn't that messed up? Credit Suisse is one of the big ones out there, and they had an unprecedented, uncoordinated bank run on them. A lot of banks are going to be feeling this exact pressure. That's why that report earlier about the more than 186 banks that are going to be facing this problem, yeah, that's why I highlighted it. But now onto the stellar announcement, and no, it's not Danelle Dixon being one of the key speakers at Paris Blockchain Week happening the 20th to the 24th of March. No, that's not the announcement. No, it's not Jerome Powell and the Fed coming out with rate hikes here in the next few days. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be live streaming it. Nope, that's not their announcement. You know what their announcement is? Meridian 2023, everyone. Yep, they've announced the time and the dates for Meridian 2023. Are you interested in attending? Are you blocking out your calendar? September 26th to the 28th in Madrid, Spain will be Meridian 2023. I've got that announcement up on Twitter on the screen for you. So you've got the crypto markets rallying on the fact that the bond gap is insane, and it's only going to get worse as Jerome Powell and the Fed jack up rates more. By the way, European central banks, they set the tone. Big wang. European central banks, theirs is this big. They dropped a 50 basis point hit just a few days ago, telling the feds, hey, look, screw the banks, we're working on inflation. Will Jerome Powell and the Fed come out with a 50 or a 25? Interesting, everyone. Also, we've got big announcement from Stellar Development Foundation out there saying, hey, Meridian 2023 in Madrid, Spain, late September. I've got a problem with that, though. That's during 14er season. Oh, my God. And if you want to know what 14er season is and why I probably won't be able to make Meridian because it's in the middle of 14er season, that's this video right here. If you want to learn more about the bond gap, the disparity between banks, bonds, and why they're all messed up, that's this video right here. It'll get you caught up to speed. Now, until more news breaks, it is way early this morning. I'm going to get a run up before the sun comes up. You cool cats have a great rest of your day.